Government. This is the Sean Hannity Show.
All right, 25 now till the top of the hour. Sarah Carter and Greg Jarrett will join us in the next hour as we continue big explosive hearings on Capitol Hill today. Rod Rosenstein and the FBI Director, Wray, Jim Jordan, DeSantis, and Gates just grilling Rod Rosenstein. I picked up a number of inconsistencies as it relates to Rod Rosenstein's comments today. We'll get into all of that. If you're just joining us, there's been a shooting. We have multiple injuries and fatalities at what is called the Capitol Gazette. It's in Annapolis, Maryland. It's owned by the Baltimore Sun. The Daily Mail reporting 4 dead and 20 injured. The fatalities have been confirmed by Lieutenant Brian Frazier. We don't have the exact number on potential injuries. We're watching this very, very closely. We do know some facts of what had happened. The shooter apparently, who is, by the way, the only suspect, they believe they have him and that he is with the police now as we speak, but they're checking for bombs and other shooters, and they can't give the all clear until they go through their checklist. But we do know that a shotgun apparently was used in this particular case, and he shot through a big glass window into the newsroom. We don't know why, we don't know who, except that they have him in custody. The one person is in custody, believed to be the shooter. They do believe that everything is clear, but they're being obviously cautious. Other law enforcement have joined the efforts of local law enforcement. It looks like they're about to walk up to the microphone. Well, we do have former NYPD Commissioner Bernie Kerik on the line. I'm just watching as we speak here, and Jonathan Gilliam with us, who we're going to get to in a second. Well, it looks like they're going to the microphone. Bernie, you remember 9/11. You were there. You almost got killed that day.
Listen, it's early on in the investigation. A lot should come out of this. I'd like to know, what they have.
Bernie, hang on 1 second. The Lieutenant Ryan Frazier has come to the microphone. We'll get right back to you.
Very little protection. Assistant authorities might be speaking right now. Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Ryan Frazier, F-R-A-S-H-U-R-E. Work for the County Police Department, Anne Arundel County Police Department. We have a brief update for you guys, just to give some details. Please bear with us. We can't answer a lot of questions. This is still a very active and ongoing investigation. We're still trying to make sure that everyone's safe, reunite people with their families, and then once the building is secure, we have a crime scene, obviously. So we anticipate this being a very long investigation and be a very detailed investigation by our detectives. So I'd like to introduce first our county executive, Anne Arundel County Executive, Stephen R. Shue, to answer some questions, give you guys some updates. But again, we're going to limit questions at this time just for investigative purposes, because we still have a lot of work to do. Thank you. Mr. Shue.
Thank you, officer. I'm County Executive Steve Shue of Anne Arundel County. We've had a terrible shooting incident here this afternoon. There are several people who have died from this incident, and several others are injured. Those who are injured have been transported for medical care to Anne Arundel Medical Center and to Johns Hopkins Shock Trauma. Those fatalities are so sad, and I don't know what to say other than our thoughts and prayers are with them and their families, and we take comfort knowing that they are in God's embrace. The shooter is in custody and being interrogated at this time. I want to commend the public safety professionals who were very quick to the scene here within about 60 seconds. And we've had a tremendous response, not only from Anne Arundel County Police and Fire, Annapolis City Police and Fire, but also State Police, Howard County, Prince George's, several federal agencies, including FBI and ATF. I want to thank all those agencies for their quick response and being our partners in this very unfortunate incident. I'd like to ask Governor Hogan to say a few words. Governor?
Thank you, Steve. I just want to say, first of all, our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families, and I want to
thank the law enforcement professionals who responded. Our emergency response team they did an incredible job. They're still doing the job right now, but the fact that they responded within 60 seconds, I want to give serious praise to Anne Arundel County and the city of Annapolis for their response. And we were here with the state agencies to back them up. We have federal agencies. It's a tragic situation. We don't have all the information yet, and we can't give all the information yet because it's an active crime scene and investigation. But we have had several fatalities and several people there in the hospital, and we'll just leave it to the professionals to continue their ongoing investigation.
General, I know you said it earlier, but you talked about the number of fatalities and is there more than two, or can you tell us at least any kind of numbers you feel right now?
I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our acting chief, Bill Cramp, who'll answer some questions, but again, please, it'll be very brief. We want to make sure that the information we put out is accurate. So, there's a lot of people involved here, so we want to make sure that information is accurate, and we don't want to say anything that'll ruin the investigation. So the suspect is still being interviewed by detectives, but again, I'll introduce our acting chief, William Cramp.
Good afternoon. As you can see, this is a very fluid scene. You can see that we have over 10 plus allied agencies assisting with Anne Arundel County Police. The investigation has just started. So, as Ryan has said, we're going to be quite a while determining what occurred, why it occurred, how it occurred. But as the governor mentioned, we were here quickly. We came into the building very quickly. We received a call as an active shooter. We do have fatalities and we do have serious injuries. We also have many witnesses that are being interviewed, and we have an area over by Lord and Taylor that the witnesses can reunite with their families. We are asking them to contact their families so that they can come and assist them with getting home safely. As Ryan mentioned before, our Criminal Investigation Division has one person in custody. That person is at our Criminal Investigation Division down in Crownsville, and we will be speaking with that individual quite frequently and, shortly, I should say, and get the information. The building is secure from a tactical standpoint. That means that right now we believe that there are no other shooters in the building, but it has not been cleared from an investigative standpoint. So once the QRT and the members of the SWAT team leave the building, the investigators will go in, and then we will start the process of putting the investigation
Right now, we can't confirm exactly where the shooting occurred throughout that building. The Capitol Gazette building is inside that building, along with many other businesses and doctors' offices. Do you have any numbers on casualties? Not at this point. Not at this time. You're up shooting. Where did you apprehend? Our officers were on the scene very, very quickly. I think it was around 60 seconds or a minute and a half. And they did engage the suspect, and that's when he was taken into custody. So it occurred very quickly. 1 second. That was, again, just for everybody, that was our acting chief, William Cramp, K-R-A-M-P-H. And I'd like to introduce the mayor of Annapolis City, the city of Annapolis, Mayor Kevin Buckley.
How you doing? The city sends its love and thoughts for all the families that have been affected by this.
Let me jump in from here. As you just heard, they're really being very careful, rightly so, because this is an active crime scene at the moment. But they have confirmed several people have died. There's been several fatalities, and in fact, several other people have been injured, multiple injuries. Johns Hopkins Emergency Trauma Center active and involved. It's one of the great hospitals we have in the country, actually. The shock and recovery part of the process for those who have been shot. We can add a few more details. They gave us that the police responded in 60 seconds. I mean, that is a remarkable response time. It's almost like they were right there. Probably lives were saved as a result as the story eventually becomes known. And there are 10 other active law enforcement agencies, and it's all hands on deck. Bernie Kerrig is with us, former NYPD commissioner. all remember the heroism of Bernie Kerik on 9/11. Bernie, I think they're doing everything right, saying everything right. This is what they have to do at this moment, and really they don't want to go out too early with details in case they're wrong.
Yeah, I think a couple of things stand out to me, Sean. One, they're not mentioning or talking about an act of terrorism. Although you do have federal agencies that respond, the FBI and the ATF, from what I saw online. Two, that the building is cleared by EOD and SWAT.